DreAllDay.com.
What up, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Today's motivation, this week's motivation is called E+R = O. That means event plus response equals outcome. And this is actually the same person I was talking about last week. This guy, Jack Canfield, I was listening to him speak a different time, and he talked about this. And what happens in life is that a lot of us, we're human beings, we're creatures of habit. We get into habits of things. When we see something that's getting us the result that we want, a positive result, we just keep repeating that habit over and over and over again without even consciously thinking about it. Most of the things that we do, all of us, over the course of a day is not a decision. We actually do it unconsciously without even thinking. We make very few decisions over the course of a day. If you actually think about all the things you did in the last 24 hours, most of them you do all the time. You only have to think about it. You just do it. So anyway, event plus response equals outcome. This is what it means. When events change, you have to change your response. And a lot of times we see events change, but we keep doing the exact same response, and then we realize that our outcome is changing. We're like, why is this happening? Why are we not getting the same outcome? It's because the event changed, but we didn't change our response. We didn't change the equation. So if we got 2 + 2 = 4, but then that first 2 becomes a 1, and then we're still only adding 2, then the outcome is we're only getting 3 now. And we're like, damn, why are we only getting 3? Why do we keep getting 3? I don't understand why I'm only getting 3 now. It's because the 2 turned to a 1, and we're still only putting in a 2 to add to the 1, and it's becoming a 3. We're used to it being a 2. Hopefully I didn't lose y'all there with that simple math equation. You would have to change your 2 to a 3 to make up for the 1 that you lost so that you can get a 4 again. But a lot of people don't do this because we are creatures of habit. We are automatons. We just keep doing the same things over and over again. And the story to illustrate this is, there was this guy at a Lexus dealership. He was the sales manager at a Lexus dealership. And during it, there was a certain period that the economy was down, and a lot of people weren't buying new Lexus cars. And he said, okay, well, if we do our usual thing, which is to sit in the office and wait for people to come in, to come see our cars and try to sell them the cars, that's not going to work. That response was for the old event, which is when the economy was doing well and everybody was spending money and we were getting our great outcome. But now we see that the outcome is different. We're not getting a great outcome. We're not getting the sales. None of my salespeople are making any money. Our response has been the same. So that means there's only one thing left. Any of you know algebra. I hated math in school, but any of you know algebra, you know that means the event must have changed. That's the only thing that makes sense. The event changed. The event of people coming in spending money has changed. So what are we going to do different? We can't change the event. We want to change the outcome. We had to change our response. So what they started doing was going out. They started sending their salespeople out with the brand new Lexus car. And they would go to a place where there were a whole lot of people, and they would walk up to people. They would have a salespeople walk up to somebody at Whole Foods and say, "Hey, Jim, how are you? My name's Mike. I sell cars at Lexus. Have you heard about the new Lexus, whatever the model of the car is?" The guy would say yes or no. "Did you see the new car, the one that parks itself?" The guy would say yes or no. He said, "Hey, I got a few outside. Come check it out." And he would have the guy come outside and drive in that car. And any of you ever been to a car dealership looking at brand new cars, you know how it feels when you drive a brand new luxury car that has all these bells and whistles and does all these great things, and then you get out and get back in your old car. It wasn't nothing wrong with your car 10 minutes ago until you got into that brand new car. Now you're like, damn, I might need to get me a new car, even though there's nothing at all wrong with your car. And what happened? They changed their response to changing events, and what happened? The outcome got better. Their outcome improved. People started buying more cars because they put people in that mode. They put people in that, as I talked about last week, that purchase order mode. Wow, this is a really nice car. I might need to start thinking about how I can get me one of these, even though the Ford Taurus that I got a year and a half ago is perfectly fine. Man, this Lexus is a little bit better. I might have to think about how I can make this work. Hey, Jim, thanks for showing me that Lexus. How much is this? How much would I have to pay per month? How much would I have to put down? What kind of offer can you give me for my trade into this Ford Taurus over here? They started putting those people in purchase order mode, and they started getting more sales. The outcome changed. They got the outcome that they wanted because they changed their response. So in conclusion, in life, you cannot always control events. And all of us try to do as much as we can to control events. But most of the time, a lot of the times, we are not able to control outside events. The only thing we have 100% control of is ourselves, our response, how we feel, how we talk, how we act. You can always control these three things. When events change, you change your response, and then you can get the outcome that you want. And when you notice that your outcome is changing, you have to look at, have I changed my response? If the answer is no, then that must mean that the event changed. So you have to adjust to the event to get the outcome that you want. Work on your game, DreAllDay.com.
Checking out this video. Make sure you follow all my top content up here. Follow me on all your favorite social networks right over here. And make sure you are subscribed to catch all the new content I put on this channel every single day. Work on your game.